25-year-old Kendrick Frazier was fatally shot outside a convenience store. The incident occurred at around 8:30 a.m. on the 31st of August, when the authorities received reports of shots fired at Paul's Market, located in the 1800 block of Jefferson Street in Nashville, Tennessee. After being shot multiple times in the chest, Kendrick drove himself to the Nashville General Hospital. He was then transferred to the Vanderbilt Medical Center, where he eventually succumbed to his injuries. The initial investigation by police determined that Kendrick and the unidentified shooting suspect pulled up to the gas pumps outside Paul's Market at around the same time, where they exchanged words before the suspect fired shots at Kendrick. Officers initially responded to the shooting, but the suspect and Kendrick had already left the scene. The motive in the shooting incident remains under investigation, and the authorities are appealing to anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers. 41-year-old Justin Jones is accused of beating 2 people to death and holding a woman captive while he sexually assaulted her. The incident occurred on the 31st of August, when Justin's 38-year-old wife Sandra Godino and his 17-year-old stepson Ty Finister were both killed at a mobile home located at 244 Jewelfish Road in the Thousand Trails Resort in Clermont, Florida. Investigators said that Justin confessed to killing both victims with a mallet. He said after killing his wife, he put her in a trash bag underneath the bed in the residence. He said after killing his stepson, he placed a trash bag over his head. The authorities were called to the mobile home park at 2 p.m. that day by a third victim, who said she witnessed Justin standing on top of Ty beating him to death with a mallet. The woman, whose name remains anonymous, said she screamed for Justin to stop, and he then slammed her to the ground. Justin then duct taped her ankles, wrists, mouth and eyes, and dragged her to her bed, where he tore her clothes off and repeatedly raped her, and placed a zip tie around her neck. He told her to relax because it would be more enjoyable. She then asked to get dressed, and he untied her and allowed her to put her clothes on. When she tried to leave, he blocked her and tied her up again with zip ties. She asked to watch television, and he removed the ties and blindfold, but placed another zip tie around her neck while she watched TV. She asked to use the restroom, when she managed to escape and go to the neighbours for help. The authorities spotted Justin's SUV in the parking lot of the Publix at Highway 27 and Hartwood Marsh Road in Clermont. He was then spotted running away to a nearby Walgreens, at which time they chased him on foot and took him into custody. The authorities said that the events unfolded after Justin and his wife had an argument. Justin has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, sexual battery and kidnapping. He's held at the Lake County Detention Center without bond. 82-year-old Ronald Foreman has been charged with murder this week in connection to the fatal stabbing of his wife that happened in late July. At around 11:55 a.m. on the 26th of July, the authorities responded to a mobile home park located along Southeast 52nd Street in Ocklawaha, Florida, to complete a welfare check on Ronald. Dispatchers had received 911 calls of an elderly man laying in a retention pond striking himself as well as others. When officers arrived, they observed Ronald hitting several people and threatening to burn their houses down. He assaulted a guy who was cutting grass on a ride-on mower. The investigation revealed he battered a total of 5 victims. Neighbours told deputies that Ronald could become aggressive when he was off his medication. One resident told deputies that Ronald had been knocking on their doors all hours of the night for the past several days. At the conclusion of the battery investigation, Ronald was arrested for battery of a person 65 years of age or older, 4 counts of battery, and resisting an officer without violence. While in the patrol car, he claimed another person murdered his 85-year-old wife Sandra Foreman at their home. Deputies responded to the couple's residence and located Sandra's lifeless body, who had multiple stab wounds. Officers reportedly found a knife on top of a blanket that was covering her, and there were bloodstains throughout the home. There were bedsheets found in the washing machine covered in blood. Ronald, who authorities believe might be suffering from mental health issues, allegedly told other inmates in jail that he killed his wife. In addition to multiple counts of battery, Ronald was charged with murder on the 31st of August. Deputies previously arrested Ronald in 2018 for aggravated domestic assault. They also arrested him in 2021 for domestic battery. Ronald remains held in the Marion County Jail without bond, and is scheduled to appear in court on the 4th of October. 47-year-old Stacey Collins is behind bars and is accused of fatally shooting his 12-year-old daughter Stacia Collins. At around 11 a.m. on the 11th of August, the authorities responded to a report of an assault in Van Lear, Kentucky. When officers arrived, they found Stacey suffering from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was transported to a local hospital for medical treatment. Extending from this investigation, deputies discovered that Stacey's 12-year-old daughter was missing, and the authorities put a search team together to find her. The search was to initially concentrate in the area where Stacey was found. At around 5:30 that same day, officers found Stacey's body 2 miles away from where her father shot himself, in a remote part of the county near Miller Creek, down a dirt and gravel road. She had been shot to death. The Johnson County coroner J.R. Frisbee said Stacey was found along a road that's hardly ever travelled by anyone. On the 30th of August, Stacey was arrested and charged with his daughter's murder. Stacey reportedly sent a text to Stacey's mother, Summer Mullins, and asked, "Do you want to talk to your daughter one last time?" When Summer asked what he meant, he stopped responding. Summer said Stacey was a 6th grader at Porter Elementary School in Hager Hill who loved music and horror movies. "We lost a very precious person. She was a gem, taken way too soon," she said. The motive of the attack is unknown. Stacey's been held at the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center.